Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. How dare you, Dana Goldberg? She's like, can I tweet that JD Vance's couch has just endorsed Kamala? I'm like, yes, if you credit me, I always credit you.
I love that you just had to say that on the radio. You're so funny sometimes.
Like, you credited your friend, Allison Gill.
That was a, if I disappear, you know who did it comment. That's what that was on the radio.
You retweeted our mutual friend, Allison Gill, who said, a friend of mine texted me something about the Nazi pillow, and I honestly had to ask which one, Madison Cawthorn, JD Vance, Mike Lindell. You're going to have to be more specific. They are technically a party of Nazi pillow.
Oh, they're so gross. I mean, when you've got to have like the AP come out and be like, fact check, JD Vance did not have sex with a couch. You're like, what is happening over there?
Because I'm a liberal helper, Dana, I said if it will help Trump feel more secure and not as a scared to debate Kamala Harris, he can put his ear Kotex back on, because it's like his Linus blanket. He says maybe that's his binky.
Did you hear what Satan Ann Coulter just said?
No.
She tweeted, "Oh my God!" She said Trump is like a couch. He has the impression of the last person who sat on him. Like that's basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And
yeah.
By the way,
they're eating their own.
They are.
And I have to say, as any woman knows, the biggest, the toughest constituency for you is your partner's exes.
Yeah.
And Doug Emhoff's ex-wife, right, is on the Kamala train. She talked about Kamala not having children of her own. She said these are baseless attacks for 10 years. Since Cole and Emma were teenagers, Kamala has been a co-parent with Doug and I. She is loving, nurturing, fiercely protective, and always present. I love our blended family, and I'm grateful to have her in it. I mean, women supporting other women is my... It's my G-spot, Dana.
Her daughter also went on Instagram and was like,
Yes.
Kamala I have 3 parents. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Like knock it off, basically. Yeah.
They call her Mamala. I don't know if you realized, but I canceled the internet after you tweeted, looks like black is going to be the new orange.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Good morning, Dana Goldberg.
Good morning. What's that feeling I have that I haven't had in a while? Oh, hope. It's hope. That's the
I
feeling.
know.
What is that feeling?
Hopey
It's hope.
changey thing.
Isn't it like dissonance? You're like, I'm waking up happy and hopeful. What's happening?
I mean, last night I was on the call for the Human Rights Campaign at LGBTQ out for Kamala while white women were breaking Zoom. There's so much energy behind this campaign. And we were talking about it before we went live. Like, this is a different message coming from Democrats, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, we are fired up. We're ready to go. And I will say, I think last time Kamala ran, she felt like, or her campaign told her, something said, you need to come off as likable. You've got to do that, or you're going to come off as an angry black woman. You know what? We should all be angry. Kamala should be angry. I should be angry. You should be angry. And I know what? You know who's going to get something done? An angry black woman. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so glad they're coming out swinging with their ads, their emails, and everything else.
Our little tiny stem cell over there, Sean Comiskey, who's filling in for Jody this week.
Yep.
I love me, Sean.
But it's hard. We were trying to put it into words, and you said you should be having this conversation on air.
Right.
I was talking about the way the Harris campaign is fighting. This is what we've all been waiting for. They're sharp, they're funny, they're aggressive. It's the way we have wanted this case prosecuted against Donald Trump. There is a youth and an energy to it, and I was saying she's being joyful about it.
Yes.
Like she's having fun. And we haven't. When have we felt joy in our politics again?
And I was saying that that people like Schumer and even Biden didn't fight back this way. They were a little too deferential.
Joe is the most decent,
Right.
most patriotic person I know, Dana, but that he is an old school politician.
Yes.
And Donald Trump, you can't fight him you've got to fight him almost in asymmetrical ways. Like she's punching the bully back, but again, doing it joyfully, doing it not, because that's what we have not gotten our arms around this long. How do you fight this bully? Right?
Yeah,
I think
you're right. Joe was so nice guy, Scranton, Pennsylvania. When he got pushed far enough, you'd see it during the debate when he would be like, "Would you shut up, man?" Like those are the things. And then Joe came out, but then he was chastised for it. That's why I love that Kamala is coming out strong right now, so that if a tone changes, they're not like, "Oh, she used to be so sweet at the beginning of this. What happened?" Blah blah blah. She is coming out as she should. We're going to maintain this till November, and I actually feel like we are going to win this thing.
I know.
Trump is scared. I really do. This energy has not felt like this in this country since Barack Obama ran.
Yep.
And I think it's even more than this. There's Pacific Asian Americans that are excited. The Native American indigenous population, you know, coming from New Mexico, my mom was telling me, the chiefs, the people that are running the reservations are now communicating why it's so important to vote in this specific election.
Right.
And they haven't gotten out and voted in all of them. They're like, this is why this is important. They finally have some representation.
Youth vote. I mean, crazy what's happening with the registrations and the
TikTok
and the
has been
polling.
so
She's up
fun,
20
yeah.
points already with young people. I mean, it's, you know, Dana, you mentioned it, what a lot of people said, 2008 energy, but I know you and I are soulmates on the 2016 energy. That there are millions of us still in our hats from the Women's March that will die mad about what happened to Hillary. And Roe v. Wade's been overturned in the meantime. So you can't tell me this isn't. And millions of us that love Joe Biden. There's this win one for the Gipper energy on top of all of that. So
all of it. And when you got JD Vance coming out, and I know you probably covered this, saying that, you know, single childless cat ladies are ruining the country. If you lose Tommy Lauren, like, you know how much we despise Tommy.
She was upset about that.
When she was coming out and saying this messaging is going to be really hard for us to get past, it is changing Midwestern wives. Like, they're upset about it.
Yeah, it is horrible, because I was saying there's all kinds of reasons people don't have children, and it's none of your effing business. This is why freedom being the theme of the Kamala Harris campaign is so, that ad, Dana, I go back and forth between having chills and crying. Her first ad, amazing. Just different memes on Twitter.
As soon as I heard Beyonce's voice, so freedom,
my
I
God.
got chills
Dana,
through my entire body.
And also, you're debating Dennis Prager.
Yeah, there's that. And when Kamala Harris is your wing woman, you know.
Yeah.
But,
that video shot of her literally on the phone is
Yes.
such a good, it's
Yeah.
just, it's a good show for the, like, think about, Kamala's always picked up the call. It literally picked up the call. She's the person that picks up the phone at 3:00 in the morning. Theoretically, she picked up the call for marriage equality. It's time for us to pick up the call.
Yeah.
That's it.
But, and I was saying, I was for her in the primary. And I've said that's the only fundraiser I went to was for her. And I got to ask a question. And the first thing I said is, Madam President, can I call you that? And she laughed that great laugh.
Yeah.
And she remembered our night on CNN together and was like so warm and gracious. And I remember I was saying that I asked her, you know, like some of us out, you know, they're saying you're the female Obama or you're the black Hillary. But, you know, I said out here in California, you know, we like to think you're the first Kamala. And how do you deal with labels in your life? And I remember she gave, of course, such a like eloquent, amazing answer. I can't remember all the parts of it, but I've always had such an emotional, visceral connection to her. And I think a lot of us in California have, particularly gay people like you and I.
She's always been an advocate for this community, whether it came to making sure that, you know, people couldn't use the panic defense if they killed an LGBTQ person, you know, hate crime protection. Prop 8, she has always been there. I know that she will sign the Equality Act. We have got to, you know, we talk about this all the time. Yes, vote for Kamala, get her in, but we've got to deliver a pro-equality House and expand our lead in the Senate so that we can get these things, so we can have the Equality Act passed, so that we can get Roe we can get Roe put back in place. These are all of the things we need to do. She can't do it alone. So don't walk into a voting booth, hit president, and walk out. Vote down ballot blue so that she can have the support she needs.
Everybody has favorite video. Her in that beautiful rainbow sequin jacket,
jacket,
dancing at the at a pride parade. I think it was in San Francisco. But she just, I mean,
and she was just on RuPaul's Drag Race last night.
Yeah, but just joyful. She's just joyful, and it just all the videos for her dancing and marching with the kids. Doing the drum line with the African American kids. I mean, it's just.
You've got these people like Katie Turn. I don't know what she's doing, coming out and being like, is Kamala really the person you would go have a beer with? Yes.
Yes.
And I don't have to worry about covering my drink around her like I would with Donald or JD Vance. Yes, I'd go have a beer with her.
Speaking of which, Dana Goldberg tweets, "I really don't care whether he did it or not. From this point forward, I'm calling JD Vance a homosexual." That's funny.
He's probably a
So
closeted
funny. That's funny.
homosexual, but still.
He denies it, but that's exactly what a couch would say, so.
Right, who's going to say, F that couch?
Well, didn't we get a little more explanation of what might have
I
happened?
don't know. They something AP
might-
retracted and
I'm
then
like,
retracted the
JD, it's
retraction. I don't. He.
It's
Couch.
not that kind of love seat, JD. It's just
Hey,
not that.
hey, 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 Dana Goldberg.